Opera singer reacts to Uma Musume's fantastical music. I always liked Uma Musume music. I never have the words to describe it, but we have a professional opera singer turned YouTuber. Let's see what he has to say about Uma Musume's music.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Marco. I'm a pro opera singer turned YouTuber. I love talking about video game music from an emotional perspective, and one particular soundtrack that has completely floored me, not to anyone's surprise because it does feature some of my favorite composers like Yasunori Nishiki, Go Shina, Keiki Kobayashi, is Uma Musume's soundtrack. And
wait, so he actually knows the composers' names? What else did they do? I'm actually curious, like, what else did they do?
There is a lot to get into here. So I've had the help of one of my patrons, Luna, to help, which is also the name of my dog. I don't think my dog is currently paying for my Patreon tier, but if you want to support the channel, you can check that at patreon.com/Marco Meatball. Luna has gathered a bunch of tracks that she felt that I would like. I'm really excited because I don't know what to expect here.
Okay.
This is composed by Lucas Nyanemoto, and it is the track from the France career scenario, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe? That was pretty good.
The Grand Prix of the Arc de Triomphe, plus Last Spurt.
Damn. Holy. What? Well, I didn't know it was like all violins. What? Oh, shit.
What?
The bass? Or whatever the fuck that is? Oh my god. Like the deep, dark tones is what I'm saying.
Why does it go like that?
Oh my god.
It lets you...
This is sick. This is like an epic battle. The context of this is that the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe is like one of the biggest races in France. We already talked about this before, so chat's gonna tell me that I'm repeating myself. But it is one of the biggest races in France. Then Japan is like always trying to win this race, to get a Japanese horse who was born in Japan, and to take him over there and win that race. They got close. They got close with El Condor Pasa, who placed second against, I forgot what her name is. What his name is, sorry. They're male horses. And then Nakayama Festa also placed second, I believe, right? But, and Orfever, they have not yet won this race. So it sounds like a final stage boss battle, because to Japan, not even in the context of Uma Musume, just nationally, like it is. It is the final boss. Manju, yeah.
Oh my god.
Damn. That shit's sick.
Like Vivaldi mixed in with this.
This is not what they run to. Where is this played?
The way the horns.
Wow. They switch it up so much. This is the waiting room? That's a crazy waiting room track.
Holy crap, wait, I just want to talk about that for like 10 seconds because that's insane. So it starts off with this, it's like this dichotomy, right? Very Vivaldi, very like super classical, which makes sense for like a Prix de l'Arc.
Oui, très
But
bien.
all of a sudden you get this like deep-seated electric guitar. And that to me is when it turns bloody. Oh, and a lot of European horses are Arabian. So I wonder if there isn't some of that as well. Like there is this like sense of like super pressing in it, right? This real like tension. And then there's this little part that happens I think in here. Yeah.
Suzuka would have won Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
And it's like really, really stressful and super serious.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely nutty to me. Like what a chilling, kind of like a chilling piece of music.
I wonder, like, I don't know if he knew the context of it. I feel like it would just land so much harder too, right? Just like the story, the drama of Japan trying to conquer this race and just failing time and time again, just coming so close so many times, but never actually succeeding.
Let's keep listening.
What is this? Holy. But this is the last spurt? And you know what's so interesting, I think, besides like how crazy the music is, I think what's even crazier is that it just sounds so different from the G2 track or the G1 race track that we listened to and the last spurt. It sounds different, it sounds foreign, and I think that's obviously the feeling they're going for. But they do it so well. It's executed so well. You are on a different world.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da.
Where is this in the game? So where this should be in the game, if I'm not mistaken, if you go to Game Toro right now, for the Japanese version of the game, there is a racetrack. It's called Longchamp. Longchamp is the racetrack for the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. I'm pretty sure it's the racetrack for the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. If you wanted to race on that track, I'm pretty sure you would have to play, maybe in a different scenario, but this is at least the scenario where I would believe it is introduced. This is the Project Lark scenario. This is maybe like 6 scenarios in. We're on the first scenario, and this is where they mix into the main story scenario campaign. You're training Uma Musume, going to France, trying to conquer the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Yeah, not in global yet. Is the 10 horse girl playable? You're asking very important questions, but no, unfortunately not. We wish. How does this not get copyright claim? This is sick. This is so cool.
I love that like slight moment of glory. Yeah, it's like crossing the finish line, and even though everything is against the odds, we're able to rise up and conquer it over. I mean, that's crazy. What a cool track. Like, this is such like an advancement of like classical music and taking it and messing with it. And I think like that's the part that is so exciting about Uma Musume's soundtrack, of what I've heard anyway, which is not very much. Here's a game that features horse girls running. And theoretically, it should be funny. Like, it shouldn't be this deep. But like, then you get into it and it's like, whoa, the stakes are incredibly high for these characters. And like, this is serious. And even me, I mean, the one time I was able to stream it, and I would like to stream it more, I got really attached to my horse, Biwa. You know, she literally like was in the hospital with a panic attack and like a broken body, like demoralized because her sister B
was just dramatic. Okay, B was just dramatic.
Beat her in a race, and her sister is like really, really tough, and like she doesn't feel like she's worthy, and like she's analytical, and she doesn't necessarily feel comfortable being a diva on stage and singing. And it's like, what? Why are you so rich? And it's fascinating. I mean, it's really cool. Let me check out.
I think what's the reason why Uma Musume is so rich is because it's based off real life, right? It's based off real life. People have like their emotions tied to these actual real characters, I guess you could say, but just like actual living things. The drama is there.
Supreme Commander of Japan. This is a main story track. Okay, this is composed by Azusa Chiba and Haruna Kubo.
Ooh, Supreme Commander of Japan. So this has to be in reference to Special Week, right? Is that what played when Special Week versus Montju in the 19th Japan Cup? I think it might have been. No? None yet. Oh, none. Yeah, no, none won the Prix de l'Arc. This is Special Week versus Monju. So interesting that I don't know. There's no notes that he's reading or anything like that. But like, I guess the context behind this Supreme Commander of Japan, whoever sent this, I don't know. Maybe it was very intentional, like the order. But like the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe again is a race course in France that Japan wants to conquer, and El Condor Pasa failed. El Condor Pasa lost to Montju, and what happened was Montju came to Japan for the Japan Cup. The Japan Cup in Japan is an international race where racehorses from all around the world will come to compete. It's usually in the other race courses, international horses aren't allowed, but Japan Cup is the exception. It's actually called Japan Cup instead of something like Nippon Cup, because Japan calls their own country Nippon. It's actually called Japan Cup because it's for the international horses. And so this is, I think, I'm pretty sure, playing with the 1999 Japan Cup, where Special Week, who is called the Supreme Commander, the chief of Japan, the strongest representative, wants to be the strongest racehorse in Japan, will go up against Montju, who I guess slew El Condor Pasa, who won against El Condor Pasa, and is looking to come to Japan and conquer it next. And it's Special Week on the home turf, holding the line, essentially, right? And trying to prove that Japan can beat the best. Grass Wonder was injured, so it was left to Special Week. Dang, yeah, that's a crazy story for sure. And in that story scene, it's so dramatic. Why isn't Montju in the game yet? I don't know.
Whoa, meter shift.
Dang, it's so sick. Oh. What the f?
Whoa.
Wait. We keep listening to like Dokyun, right? The Uma Pyoy, but it's like, and that's a good song too. But this is crazy. Is this the same game? Holy wow. Anxiety the music. Someone said anxiety the music. That actually does remind me. You know what this kind of feels like to me? It feels like Spider-Man? The Prowler song. Yeah. The Prowler song. It reminds me of the Prowler.
Wow. This is so crazy. I mean, like I you know, like obviously it's a terrifying track. It's a super dangerous foe. Obviously there's like, we don't have a lot of opportunities for victory. Like chances are we could even die. Like that's how serious it is and how it feels. It's so like interesting that it takes like classical music and totally shifts it, and it sounds like something straight out of a horror game, which is really interesting. Like
that's crazy that he could just get that from listening to the song without like any of the context. Right? Because that is like the feeling, right? It's like your country's honor is on the line. Everything about like your reputation, what you can prove to the world, is on the line. El Condor Pasa lost in Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. The same horse that beat him is trying to come over to Japan to conquer it, and you know, it's everything is here right now, and it's dire.
It's amazing how at first I was going to say like, wow, you could really put this in a symphony hall and it would work like with like Samuel Barber or other modern American composers, because no one would know the difference, right? They wouldn't be like, oh, this is from Japan, huh? They wouldn't even think it. But then as it progresses, it's cool because it takes the things that we
This is what the croquette feels when Ogre Cap enters a room. That's a good one. That's a funny one.
expect and know, and it adds this layer of tension in it with a synthetic sound, which is so like video game coded, which is amazing because it manipulates, and it has the flexibility to do it, to manipulate the sound. It's like so satisfying to listen to.
Yeah, he's got impressive interpretation skills.
Especially like that like taiko thing.
Oh wow.
What?
Now it's JRPG. kind of feels that.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, what do you call that? What do you call it? It's like, it's not a remix, a motive. Yeah, they just twist it and make it something so much more crazy. It's so beautiful. Yeah, a leitmotif. Yeah, not crescendo. I think motif is probably what it is. It's just like, it's the original theme, but it's reinterpreted or like reimagined, done in a much different way. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's the main theme.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
It's almost like the Umas are coming out of the darkness, swimming up, like not drowning, you know? Like, ah, no.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, goosebumps, dude. This is so cool.
Holy, dude. Wow. Yeah,
with the chorus in the background?
That's the opening. Girls Legend You. Girls You Legend. One of the two. Wow. I was here. That's what it feels like, dude. That's what it feels like. Absolutely. I was here. Holy. You hear like wind chimes? Just very. Oh my god. What? What? Wow.
Oh my gosh, what a lick. What a lick. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, it doesn't really resolve, but still, like, wow. Oh my gosh, like what a journey. The first half is really dark and serious and scary, and Supreme Commander of Japan. And so you get this real like cold, callous, very gruff, almost as if like this guy comes, this person, I should say, comes to the school and like enforces them to do very, very specific rules and very sternly. And then the Umas sort of gather and they galvanize themselves and they say, no, like we can't allow that to happen. Like we got to believe in ourselves. And that's when the main theme comes in. Notice it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then at the end, it's almost like we lose one of our Umas. And then someone comes over and like lifts their chin up and says, no, come on. And like takes their hand and says, I got you. And then that's when the piano comes in. It's like, come on, let's walk off into the sunset. It's like, so like, wow.
I mean, it's kind of like that, right? Like El Condor Pasa was, I don't know. I don't know if slain is the right word, but you know, it's like a revenge story.
Stupid. That's like so beautiful. It's obscene.
But not like revenge as in like the very, it's just like redemption, a country's redemption.
I want to skip to Uma Musume Carrying Our Hopes and Feelings, composed by Natsumi Tabuki. Tabuki.
Defeated may be a better word. Carrying our hopes and feelings.
I love that sound.
This is like a... huh.
Feels like a heartbeat with that piano. Oh, the bells.
Is this like a story thing?
This feels like really digging deep. You can do this. Focus.
This fits Suzuka well. Yeah.
A sustained bar. It's so romantic. Beautiful doubling, my goodness.
Whose character theme is this one? People are saying it's Silence Suzuka's. That makes sense. It's very tragic story what happened to Silence Suzuka. If you want to watch the season 1, it kind of happens there. Definitely like one of the most grabbing moments of the anime is Silence Suzuka's story. I've not seen it, how they did it for the main story though. I definitely haven't seen that.
That's the main theme.
It kind of does sound like her ascension. I don't know. Maybe that's too dramatic. Maybe I'm not calling it right, but it feels like her ascension to heaven almost, you know? It's very pretty. It really feels like a send-off song. And it kind of feels like the act of saving someone is being conveyed here, which is exactly what Silence Suzuka's story is. I mean, this is probably just from me knowing the context. That is the story of Silence Suzuka. Why she is so respected. He's so respected. Why he is so revered. Why he is so beloved. And why it's such a tragic story. Because Silence Suzuka, 1998 Autumn Tenno Show, was in the middle of a race, and he was leading by a wide margin. He was running like the best he ever ran, and suddenly after like the camera pans past like this tree, right, you see Silence Suzuka just sort of wobble, and there's just clearly something wrong. He's limping, right? He's limping. He's slowed down dramatically, even though usually he leads the pack by wide, crazy margins, right? He was an incredible racehorse, but he's limping and he starts wobbling and slowly walks off the track with his jockey still on him. Once they're out of like the line, out of the race, and the jockey dismounts Silence Suzuka, then Suzuka like collapses, and because of the leg injury, they took Suzuka out off the racetrack. I think they tried to, do what they could for him, but they had to euthanize him pretty shortly after. I'm pretty sure they didn't do it on the track. This was like 1998, so there's no cell phones, right? What happened though was that news of his collapse spread wide incredibly quickly, and so the race course would receive a lot of phone calls, and they would hear, or like the fans would ask, like, is Silence Suzuka all right? Is Silence Suzuka okay? And the only thing that the race course, the people who were answering the calls could say was like, just pray, right? Just pray. Hopefully he's all right. But he wasn't, and he passed. And the idea, though, I guess, like the meaning, message, feeling behind the song, why it's the act of saving, is because the jockey Yutaka Take still blames himself for Silence Suzuka's death, and he believes that Silence Suzuka saved him. That Silence Suzuka persevered, that he did not want to throw off Yutaka Take into like the race course, because that would be incredibly dangerous, right? He would just straight up be absolutely demolished.
Oh,
very kind horse.
Oh my God, the French horns, listen. Oh my God, the French horns just taking over like that. What? Gorgeous piano there too. Shut the door, shut the door. Beautiful big chords in the piano. I love the lift. Wow.
Dang. It's cool too that this song is not like a sad one, but it kind of just makes you like smile. I feel warm and happy from this song. I think it almost has like a message of like, oh, like it was worth it. You know what I mean?
Oh, the tremolo strings. Beautiful harp.
Damn, this is good. This is good. Dang. I'm getting emotional, man.
This is ridiculous. This is a horse girl anime game. You take this and you put it in a classical music symphony hall, and they will poop themselves. They will have no clue. They will have no clue what to do with themselves. Like, that is extravagantly emotional. That is just
NGL. When I started playing Uma, I was expecting banjo/violin licks, not tearing every time my Uma's archived her goals with full orchestra interpretation.
Thanks, Blue Wizard. It's sumptuous. It's divine. It's just so beautiful. Like, that is so classically, like, also modern orchestral. It really would work so well in a symphony hall. And like, imagine pairing that up with like another modern composer. I mean, like, it's just extraordinary. And again, this is why I advocate and want to continue to celebrate video game music, regardless of my opinions, positive or negative on it, because it just deserves to be witnessed. It deserves to be seen. It deserves to be carried and held. And it's just so damn special. I mean,
like in the anime Suzuka inspired special week, but it does like these things. Think about it, like these three songs are chosen, can be like interweaved into kind of like a story, right? Maybe Carrying Our Hopes and Feelings could be like before Supreme Commander, right? But like, yeah, Silence Suzuka happened like 1998, and the Japan Cup was 1999, right? They Special Week and Suzuka were very much like contemporaries, right? They didn't race the same races, but they were like contemporaries, and it's like I don't know. Those are some wild years.
More, but I'm gonna stop the video there because it's mesmerizing. It's like beautiful. I mean, it's like so full of emotion and heart and soul and just the way that the French horns soar. It's just lovely. If you like this and you want to support the channel, definitely check it out at patreon.com/MarcoMeatball. That's the best way to support me directly. Feel free to like, subscribe, and as always, thanks a ton, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Damn. That was crazy. I've never heard those tracks. I've never heard those tracks. 18,000 views 18 hours ago. Damn, Marco Meatball is kicking it off. Let me link you guys his video first of all. I would love if you could listen to more Uma Musume music, or any, like, I don't know. I'll definitely be looking more at his videos, because that was so cool. That was so cool that he was able to kind of piece together a story just from the way the music sounded. And even though, like, let's say the interpretation, like, in a literal sense, it's different, but like very widely, generally, it's very much the same feelings that he's talking about. You know what I mean? It's really cool. Damn, I've never watched his videos before, actually. I've only like interacted with him here and there on Twitter. I knew what he was like as an opera singer, but that was a good video. Crazy cool interpretation, and I definitely would like to see that again. Like, share, and sub, and I'm live every day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.